an overview of my CIATE London collection. I have quite a few products. I first fell in love with CIATE London through BoxyCharm. I have gotten a few palettes from them and just really fell in love with the things that I got in the subscription boxes, and then the brand actually reached out and has sent me PR since, but I do highly recommend a lot of these products and I would purchase them myself. So I'm gonna go through everything that I own from them and also give you guys what I love, what I don't love, and just my overall thoughts on them. So let's start off with some face products. This is actually in one of my project panning right now, and this is called the CIATE London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I've been using this like crazy lately because it is in a project pan, and this is very hydrating on the skin. It doesn't create like a tackiness to the skin, so I don't know if it's really helping with the longevity of the makeup, but for me, especially having more dry skin, I do feel like this is very hydrating, and I do love the watermelon scent to this. It does have a pump and it does have these little explosive beads in there, and I have to say I like the primers that I've tried for them. I really have enjoyed. Next up are two of the marbled metals. I actually purchased these myself and fell in love with them. I don't know if they still have these available, but these are freaking amazing. These are potted eyeshadows and they are just stunning on the eyes. So this one, I'm just gonna do finger swatches for you guys. So one is called Phoenix and the other one is called Wicked. I kick myself in the butt for not having more of these because they're just so beautiful and stunning. I feel like their eyeshadows are just superb when it comes to the quality of the how metallic-y they look. So if you're into very metallic-y looking eyeshadows, and especially like really pigmented ones, I feel like you guys would like these. And look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. And every time I've worn these on my eyes, I always get really nice compliments. And I feel like that was when I first fell in love with CIATE London, was when I purchased these marbled metals. And I'm gonna probably write it across the screen if they're still available or not, but if they are, highly recommend these because they are stunning, and almost every single shade that they have in that line is just superb. One that I'm going to talk about are their 9 pan eyeshadows. I have 3 of them. If I'm not mistaken, I got 1 in a subscription box and 2 in PR, and these are just absolutely beautiful. I have 3 of them, and first up is Cranberry. I will say that the name threw me off a little bit because I expected more like the whole palette to be raspberry tones, but it is a very beautiful palette. Like I said, their metallics are just absolutely superb. When you dip into these, they're just so creamy and gorgeous and just perform just like that on the eye. Another thing that I really highly enjoy are their mattes, are just like that buttery creamy matte. So that is Cranberry. This is Chocolate, which if I'm not mistaken I haven't dipped into yet, so this is what it looks like. And then we have Olive, which I actually have an Instagram reel. If you're not following me on Instagram, my links are down below, but I have an Instagram reel doing a green look with this, and it's just absolutely beautiful. The greens in here are just, I mean, they're shadows. Like I said, they just really pop, and they're just so metallic-y and gorgeous. I feel like CIATE London is one of those brands that doesn't get enough recognition, enough love out there. I know for me, like, I feel like not enough people talk about them or even recommend their products, and I'm here to tell you, you're missing out if you have not tried their product. The next one that I have, if I'm not mistaken, I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is the Velvet palette, and I really love this as well. I have decluttered quite a few palettes from the subscription services, and this one from CIATE London was one that I just could not leave or let go of because of how gorgeous and buttery these are. So like I said, I just fell in love with the formula. Look how gorgeous these are, and they perform amazing. So this one is called the Velvet palette, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, you just can't go wrong with their formula. Next up, the next palette that I have and almost broke right now is the CIATE London Spice palette. This is a 9 pan, but it is way bigger than their other ones, as you can see here. It's quite a tad bigger. The packaging is a little bit more bougie and just really, really beautiful. The pans are enormous in here. And this one should be called the cranberry one. I feel like this one is more what I expected when I opened the cranberry one. And then probably what the cranberry one is, I would call the spice one. But it is what it is. This is the spice. Likewise, gorgeous. The mattes, very, very creamy. I can't say that enough. And then recently I just got sent their Brazilian Glow. I will have a full review on this collection. This is the biggest palette that I have of them, and this comes with 24 shades. They are just stunning, just stunning. Like, let me put my finger in here for some of these. Look at that. Look. And even there, okay, this is on my lower lash line. Look at how creamy, pigmented. Like, it's just the way these blend. Just perfection. Next, I'm going to talk about their face powders. I have 2 of them. Their packaging is really cute. It does get dirty because it is kind of like a mirror on the top. One is called the Extraordinary Translucent Powder, and the other one is called the Everyday Vacay. This one is a coconut one, and this one is just a regular translucent one. The The Extraordinary one I really enjoy for all over the face, and the coconut one I use a lot for underneath the eyes. I love it. I can actually even bake with this because it's so nice and fine. It's actually the powder that I have underneath my eyes today, and it does have a slight coconut smell. Not anything overpowering, but it is there just in case you are wondering. But I will put any other additional information down below, but I do really highly enjoy these and have kept them in my collection as well, even through like declutters and everything, because I do really like the way they perform on the skin. Another thing is that because I have more dry skin, I feel like these don't overly dry my skin. They're kind of more of those powders that like set everything into place but don't look drying on the skin. Next, I'm going to talk about their bronzers. I have all 3 shades but from different collections. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the Palm Island. This is their lightest shade from their collection. Right now they have the Brazilian Glow, but this was called the Bamboo Bronzer. So this is the Palm Island right here, and as you can see there, it's pretty light. It's kind of like my own skin tone, so sometimes I can just use it like as a soft contour, but just, you know, it kind of disappears into my skin tone quite a bit. Next up is the one that I use the most. This is called South Beach, and in their new one they also have South Beach, which is this one right here. Basically they're almost identical. This one's a little bit more on the neutral side and this one's a little bit more warm, but they have like that golden like sparkle in it, which kind of gives you that J-Lo glow, and I really, really, really love. So here are the 2 of them side by side. They're almost identical. Like I said, one's just a little bit more neutral undertone than the other one. But as you can see with the light, they do have like golden reflexes in there, so they do give a glow to the skin with the bronze. And last I have the shade Aruba. This is their darkest shade in their line, which I do feel like the negative of their bronzing line is that I do feel like they need to expand the range since this is the darkest one and I can still use this. But Aruba is really, really nice. It is more on the darker side. I do feel like this would be nice for someone all the way up to like a medium tan skin, but someone with a very, very deep complexion, I don't feel like they would be able to use this. Let me know down below if you have a deeper skin tone, if you think you would be able to use that, but I do feel like they could expand and at least expand it to like 5-6 shades. Next, I'm going to talk about the only highlighter that I have from them. This is called the Confetti Highlighter, and that is what it looks like. I think it's very, very beautiful because it has specks of different highlights in there, from like a bronzy color to the white and then a champagne and a gold. So it's kind of like every single highlighter in one, and once you like swatch it out, it makes this gorgeous champagne shade. I feel like this is very wearable for almost every skin tone, whether you have dark skin tone to very light skin tone. It's just a beautiful, beautiful champagne shade. And you could kind of like make it darker or lighter depending on which areas you hit. I don't really concentrate it on a certain area. I just kind of swirl it and go. But also very beautiful and in their same kind of packaging. The only thing bad with these packagings are that they do get fingerprints all over them and they're going to look dirty at some point. Next, we have some cheek products. The first one that I'm going to talk about is called their Marbled Light, and this is in the shade Dusk. It's kind of like a marbled blush, and it has kind of like that veining in there that kind of gives that kind of like highlight aspect to a blush. It reminds me a lot of the Hourglass ones, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this one's more affordable. So let me go ahead and swatch it for you guys, and you can see there, like as I move my finger, that it does have that reflective property because of the veining in there. And this one is more of a pinky, like a mauvey pink on the skin. So hopefully you guys will be able to see that. The other product that I have 4 of these. These are called the Glow 2 Blush, and I have the shades Deep Love, Doll Face, Tempt Me, and First Date. I have to say, out of all of them, First Date is the one that gets the most love from me, and you will see how like the little packaging on here, like the little design on here is like starting to fade away because I've used this so much. These are absolutely beautiful if you like more of that like glowy look to your skin. I actually have Tempt Me on my cheeks right now with no highlight, and you can definitely hopefully see like how, okay, focus. There's a fly around here just pissing me off. But you can actually see like the glow that it gives to the skin, and that's something that I really, really highly enjoy with these, is how beautiful and how gorgeous. Do you guys see this fly like just invading my space? But let me go ahead and show you guys up close of each one. I do have Tempt Me on, which is this beautiful like peachy shade, and hopefully I can do some up close. So here is Tempt Me, and I'm just gonna swirl my finger in each one so you guys can see it. So this is Tempt Me, and like I said, these are very, very, very shimmery and just give like a gorgeous like glow to the skin. Here is this shade Doll Face. And here is the finger swatch of it. It's a very gorgeous pink. Next up is my next 2 favorite one, which is Deep Love. And as you can tell there, it's also gotten quite a bit of love from me. So this one leans more of like that mauve kind of pink. And that's what that one looks like right there. And then last is my favorite one. This is the First Date. This is the one that I really use a crap ton, and I actually even use this on top of other blushes. It just gives a beautiful glow to the skin and it's just stunning. And there's the finger swatch of it. The last cheek product that I'm going to show you guys are these liquid blushes. These are called their Dewy Blush. These are glossy cheek tints. And I have the shade Watermelon, Pomegranate, and Coconut. They sent me 2 of them, and then I got 2 in a BoxyCharm. Did I even say that right? I was sent 2 of them and I got one in a BoxyCharm. And these are very liquidy and just very beautiful on the skin. You do have to build them up and you do want to use a synthetic brush. But here are the shades right here. So here is coconut. Then we have the shade pomegranate and then watermelon right there. And let me just blend them out so you guys can see what they look like. And when you blend them out with like a synthetic brush, they aren't going to be as pigmented on the skin. So you don't have to be intimidated by the shades themselves. So more or less, this is kind of like the look that it'll give your cheeks depending on how much you put on. But I love the glowy dewiness that it gives the skin. Sometimes I will put this right after foundation and then cover it with a powder, and it just gives like that glow from within kind of look to them. These are very, very beautiful, and I feel like especially if you like kind of like that more natural look, these are for you. Next, we're gonna get into some lip products. They do have a exfoliating AHA lip serum. This is called their Raspberry Burst. I don't use this a lot because you do have to use SPF with this, and it does kind of, you know, exfoliate the lips. So you wanna be a little bit careful when using this, but it is just a roller and you just roll it onto your lips. And I kind of use it at nighttime, kind of like a nighttime routine every now and then, probably like maybe once a week. Next, we have some lip oils. These are so hydrating and amazing. I kept 3 of them and then I gave some away because, to be honest with you guys, like, how many lip oils am I going to use? But the ones that I have are the mango and lime. This is a nourishing one. The watermelon, which is a hydrating. And then the grapefruit and yuzu, which is a revitalizing. I will put on the screen all the ones that they do have available, just in case you are curious which ones they have. But these are very glossy, kind of like old school, like gloss to the lips. Let me go ahead and put a little bit of the watermelon one on. When my skin, like when my lips are very dehydrated, I really, really love these. And you can see just how glowy, and this fly is looking to be killed today. Yes, you are. There you can see how glowy, glossy these are, and they do smell amazing. So if it's the watermelon, it's gonna smell like watermelon. The mango lime smells like lemon, and then the grapefruit has like that fruity grapefruit smell. I really, really love these, and I usually have one in my purse all the time because I just feel like the hydration is absolutely amazing. You can tell especially that I've used these 3 a crap ton by how much they have gone down here, but they are just really, really glossy to the lips and just give like that ultra hydration if you're going through like a dry spell on your lips. The other one that I have is called the Bronze Glow Shimmering Lip Oil. This is basically the same kind of oil, but it has a like gold shimmer in there. It's very beautiful on top of different lipsticks and also like just on top of a lip liner. Just very, very beautiful on its own. I kind of wish that they had kept the packaging clear like this because I really highly enjoy when packagings are see-through and you can kind of see how much you have left. Next product that we're going to talk about is their setting spray. This is the CIATE London Everyday Vacay. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got this in a BoxyCharm, and I like the smell of this. I like the setting of it, but I don't like the nozzle on here. It does have like a fine mist, but it's also like aggressive when you spray it. I don't know how to describe it. I wish it was like a little bit softer when it sprays, and when it's like it doesn't like do too many like big droplets on the skin, so it is more of a fine mist, but it does feel like on your skin. I don't know how to describe it. I do overall like it. I'm a little over halfway done with this, so I have kept it in my collection because if it did like feel like it was spitting at me, I would completely eliminate it from my collection. So overall, I like it. I don't absolutely love it because of the nozzle. I wish it was just a slight more softer when it comes out. So let me see if I can show you guys like the difference with another one. So This is the CIATE London, right? And you see how it's like, and then here is the glow recipe. So hopefully you guys will see the difference. Do you hear it? Like how soft this comes out compared to the like nozzle on here. This one's more like in your face. So there are a lot of times, like if I can't put it way too close to my face, like you really want to get a good distance, and even then I do kind of pat in the spray afterwards. It's not bad, but it could be better. Next we have the CIATE London Dewy Stick, and this is for the body. You could use this on your face as well. It's kind of like a glow for your skin. Let me show you guys. It does have like a little cover on top. So let's take this off. Ooh. So let's take this off, and I'm just gonna show you guys what this kind of does. It gives like a glow to the skin. Hopefully you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me put some here so you guys can see this. I think that this would be nice, like if you're going on a cruise and you want to have like a glow to the skin but not like shimmer. This kind of gives that, like, hopefully you guys can see that. Like it gives like a glow to the skin without it being shimmer. Kind of like if you had like an oil on the skin, it kind of just gives like that reflective property to the skin. It's very, very beautiful. You could actually skip out on this unless you had like an event to go to, or if you're into this kind of thing. I've kept it around because there are times where I go places and I just want to look a little bit more glowy in this area especially, so I will put that there. But overall it's a nice product, not anything that I would say like, oh my god, you guys need this. And then the last two things that I'm going to talk about are these mascaras. First up is the Wonderwand. I have to say I don't really gravitate towards this one. The wand is super huge for my eye. Another thing is this is more of a dry formula, so you're gonna get volume, but more of that like dry, clumpy volume on the lashes. And mascaras are just personal preference and also like your eye shape and things like that. So I'm just kind of describing it to you. If you're into that, then maybe this would be for you. The one that I really enjoy is called the CIATE London Triple Shot XX Large Mascara, and this is kind of like the wand that I love. It is tapered where it's thin and then goes out. It fits my eyes a lot better. I have smaller, more hooded eyes. And then another thing that I really like is that it's more of a thicker formula, and then I can use like the end of this to like really go in there and like bring out the lashes. So for my personal preference, I really enjoy this one. This one to me is just like not my cup of tea. And that is it for all the CIATE London products that I have. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I'm sorry that this is super long, but I really wanted to kind of do an overview and give you guys my thoughts on each one. I will have any additional information down below. Like this if it was helpful. Subscribe if you're new and want to keep watching my content. I also have social media down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.